Okay, we'll bring the January 5th meeting to order.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, no.
Okay, our first order of business tonight is Andrea will swear in Paul Panko as justice. Do we have to stand?
I don't think so.
Okay. I,
Paul Panko,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support the Constitution of the United States of America
to support the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of town justice
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of town justice
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities. Thank you.
Congratulations, Paul.
Thank you very much.
Now back to court.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I'll take public comments and questions on agenda items. Okay, I just want to say Happy New Year to everyone. It's been a great challenge at times, the first year of my term as supervisor. I have to thank many people for making it a success. Ryan Curtine, the bookkeeper, you've helped. I thank you for that. Kathy Hunt, the former payroll clerk, has been great. She's wonderful. Kim Maycutt, who stepped in for Kathy, and the two of them are working well together. Let's see, I gotta remember everybody. Mary Lou, Andrea, and Elizabeth in the clerk's office. It's been great working with you guys. You've helped me a lot. George, our building inspector, he's been wonderful. He steps in whenever need be. Robert, the assessor, he's been really fun to work with. You got to know Robert. Michelle stepped in when we lost our building inspector and the assessor secretary. Michelle stepped in. Jessica, Jake, Stephanie, Mary, the rest of the people at the rec have all stepped up. When Rob left, they really stepped up and did a wonderful job and took charge and made things really work. And I want to thank the town board for being by my side and doing a wonderful job. I know at times, we don't all see eye to eye, but that's what it's about. And thank you, Karina, for being my deputy. You did a great job, and I thank you for that. Okay, the other thing is the annual checks went out last week. There were some discrepancies. We are in the process of taking care of that. I just want to let everyone know how the planning and zoning get paid. Last year we made a resolution and everyone gets paid per meeting. So therefore, if you are on the board, you get paid $100 each meeting. If you are not in attendance at a meeting and an alternate has to step in for you, the alternate gets that $100 for that meeting. So therefore, you don't get a flat rate for showing up to 3 or 4 or 5 meetings. You get the rate for the meetings you attend. Buyouts for medical were also paid, and they will no longer be in 2017. We eliminated that. Dave McMorris, Paul Panko, and I did not accept the buyouts for 2016. I made a promise to the taxpayer to eliminate wasteful spending. I feel that free medical insurance and buyouts for employees and part-time elected officials is ludicrous and unfair to the taxpayer. Couple other things I wanted to discuss. The land on Route 55. I really want to put it up for sale. At the next meeting, we'll gather some information and maybe have a resolution to approve getting a real estate in there, maybe having it assessed and getting that sold back on the tax roll and maybe make some money on that. I got a little memo today. It says, "To the town board, the Parks and Recreation Department would like to purchase a MacBook Pro 13-inch laptop costing $1,688.91 from the Apple Store. The funds have been allocated for this purchase in the 2017 budget. Attached, you will find 2 quotes, one from the Apple Store for Government, which provides discounted rates for municipalities, and one from Best Buy. Please let me know if you have any questions." And that was Mary Pearson, and she's the program director for the Parks and Rec Department, and she went out and she got the quotes she needed, and she even made a voucher up. And she asked that if we could pass that tonight.
So the Apple Store was the lowest quote, right?
Apple Store was $1688.91. This one was $1898.99. And this one was $1649.99, but I think,
Best Buy. That's Best Buy too.
yeah, this was Best Buy, but it was a different product. So she got 2 quotes
So,
for
yeah,
the same
but
product.
the Apple Store
And
was
the
lower
Apple
of the
Store
two.
was
Yeah,
the lower of the
Because of the
2
government discount.
because of the government discount. So she asked that we approve this purchase. 1688. Well, actually, the total's 1562 here on her voucher, so
Maybe we
that
took
was with the tax off, okay. Yep, 1562. So that's, and the other one was 1898.
So I checked the budget. There was $1,500 allocated for that computer, and then $2,500 allocated for 2 other computers. So you want to spend $63 more, you just have to not spend $63 on
the
one of the other 2,
that are
or
allocated.
transfer money at some point.
Yeah.
So
All right,
that does. Again, remember the budget is an estimate. So
sure.
you know if it's off by a
Yeah.
little bit, and
Pretty
you're
close.
okay with that, then that's fine.
Thanks.
I'm okay with them.
All right, I'd like to make a motion that we purchase the laptop from the Apple Store for $1,562.
I'll sec, oh, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, I think that's all I have for tonight. Anyone else?
I got a couple of things. I've been on the phone with a former employee, our park manager, retired park manager, who's having trouble with his health insurance. He's about to go on Medicare in February. He's claiming that what we're paying would be less, and what he'd be paying would be less if we could switch to and I spoke with Bill Humphreys as also on this. He would like to switch to United Healthcare. This is what Bill Humphrey recommended, and asked if we could make them an approved carrier so that this retiree could purchase.
You didn't
His
read
own-
the updated resolution.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so, all right, disregard that. One other thing, Steve called me just before the meeting to inform me he's ill and asked if we could approve his attending the Association of Towns, and I believe we talked about it in the budget process. So I would like to ask if we could approve his attending, either now or at the next meeting, but I think he has to register pretty soon.
Right.
Yeah, we have to register.
Right, and Dave would like to attend also. I don't know that we put enough money in the budget for him to stay there. It's cheaper to take the train down, come back each day. That's what Dave did last year, and it was a lot cheaper. So we can do this at the next meeting, right?
I'm not sure.
When do we have to turn that in?
I have to look at it. It's on my desk.
Could we approve their attending tonight
yeah,
and then work out the details for the
Right,
next meeting?
right, yeah.
So they can register at least. All right?
Remember, some of the resolutions about the voting number.
Right, and then, yeah, the voting member will make Dave this year. But yeah, he can attend and Dave can attend.
Good.
Karina, do you want to go?
No, I'm not going this year.
John?
No, thanks.
Ryan?
No, I believe.
I believe Paul's going.
Yeah, in the town budget, in the town board budget, I believe it says 800
800.
for two people.
800.
Right.
Okay,
So it's $100 registration each, and then $300 for meals or travel or whatever.
Right,
Or
right.
size.
Mhm.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right. You make that motion to
Yes, to send
send
Dave
Dave
and
and
Steve
Steve?
to the Association of Towns in February.
I'll second it.
Okay?
All in favor?
Aye.
Now, I just, beginning this year with the resolutions and motions, we want to make everything a resolution. So the motions that you just made,
Right.
those will be made into resolutions following the ones we have for tonight. That's what we'll do.
If you want them to be numbered, either you have to renumber all the resolutions already numbered, or just agree that those two
Those
motions
two-
are resolutions for later in the meeting.
Yes,
Everyone-
those two are the resolutions for
Following-
after these.
Sure.
Okay, and then we just want to keep everything numbered, so it's
Okay, so you
easier
can
for the
track-
clerk and
Tracker.
tracking and everything.
Okay.
Okay, anyone else?
I was just talking with Blue Rock on the energy, and I guess we can talk about it now. In fact, Dave is here. They're offering us for the next 3 months, 7.5 cents a kilowatt hour, which is anywhere from 4.04 to 1.4 cents a kilowatt hour less than what we were paying with Viridian. And is drawing our highest powered months, where our utility bill would be the highest.
Mm-hmm.
It does not include the equestrian center, which we shut off this week.
We shut the
It
equestrian
doesn't
center off.
include the pool house, because it doesn't use that much power during the winter,
Mm-hmm.
or Godfrey Park, which, again, it doesn't use, it shouldn't be using any power during the winter. But it would give us the lower price for those 3 months. That'll give us 3 months to figure out what we're going to do in the future. But I'd rather put a cap on it now
Mm-hmm.
than the way the fuel prices have been going.
Yes.
We're
Right.
liable to see a very big increase in our electric bills
Mm-hmm.
over the next few months. So I have the contracts. If you want to look at them, I sent everybody the information by email during the week, so hopefully you got a chance to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll make a motion now that we go with Blue Rock Energy for the next 3 months. It would start in February, correct?
Yeah, thanks for all your legwork, and thanks to Blue Rock. I'm going to make a second on that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So
Uh,
that's gonna be the resolution after
Mm-hmm.
those
Okay.
two.
Okay, you're gonna have to sign this so that you can, because the price is only good until tomorrow.
Till tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, As Dave
yeah.
stated, Dave has been going through the electric bills and keeping close eye on everything going on around here with that. He noticed that the equestrian center uses about $45 a month electric during the winter months, but there's no need for it to be on. So we spoke to Elizabeth Albrecht, and she said there's no need for it to be on, so we had it shut off until April 1st, which is not a big deal, and we're gonna save $45 a month. Thanks, Dave.
Okay, and you were talking about the property out on 55. I did receive from Lieberman, Jason Lieberman, I call him the solar boy, about the property. He sent me a copy of what they would send us as a ground lease, but he said if we are selling the property, he would also be interested in the purchase of the property. Either way, it'll put the property back on the tax rolls.
Yes.
And there were a whole bunch of new incentives put out by the government, well, by New York State, pertaining to amounts of money that we would be able to receive for going solar. I'll try and get that all together for the next meeting.
Good.
And I will get together with some realtors and see what we can get it on there for,
Mm-hmm.
and try and get a hold of an assessor to get it assessed.
Probably that should be the first thing, get an appraisal,
Yeah,
right?
get a,
And then see what the
get
real
an
estate's
appraisal, and then,
people can do.
yep.
So can I make a motion that we hire an appraiser to appraise that land?
Yeah, well, that's what we're, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, we have to.
Well, I mean, we're gonna do this resolution at the next meeting, we're gonna get it all done then. I'm gonna have the town attorney
Right.
word everything specifically on what we're looking for, what we need to do, and we're gonna,
You want to include the parcel numbers? and
yeah,
the
parcel
resolution and
numbers and all that stuff.
Okay.
So we will definitely get that done at the next meeting.
Mhm.
Karina?
I have nothing.
Okay. Supervisor appointments, resolutions and appointments. Resolution 17001, authorizing positions of deputy supervisor, confidential secretary, and bookkeeper for the year 2017. Whereas the town supervisor of the town of Unionville is in need of a deputy supervisor, confidential secretary, and bookkeeper, and now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville hereby authorizes the positions of the deputy supervisor, confidential secretary, and bookkeeper, and be it further resolved that the employment of the deputy supervisor, confidential secretary, and bookkeeper shall be effective as of Sunday, January 1st, 2017, and be it further resolved that the deputy supervisor, confidential secretary, and bookkeeper are empowered to act on the town supervisor's behalf at her request.
I'll second that.
Town board discussion? Roll call vote?
Councilman Walsh?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kelly?
Yes.
Supervisor Tompkins?
Aye.
Councilman McMorris?
Aye.
Supervisor Tompkins, appointments for 2017. Deputy Supervisor, in accordance with the proceedings, Town Board Resolution, and New York State Law 42, I hereby appoint David McMorris as Unionville Deputy Supervisor, Confidential Secretary, in accordance with proceedings, Town Board Resolution, and New York State Town Law. I hereby appoint Mary Pearson as Confidential Secretary, Bookkeeper, in accordance with the proceedings, Town Board Resolution, and New York State Town Law 2915, I hereby appoint Ryan Cortine as Bookkeeper. Budget Officer, in accordance with New York State Law 1032, I hereby appoint myself, Patricia Tompkins, as Budget Officer. Town Historian, in accordance with New York State Arts and Cultural Affairs Law 5707, I hereby appoint Francis Whalen as Town Historian.
Can I make a statement? I'm going to be out of state for a couple of times this year, and I think at this point I would be better off asking, or you would be better off asking John Welch to be deputy supervisor. He knows a lot. He's been on the town board longer than anybody else. He knows a lot about what goes on in this town, and I feel it would be in the best interest of you and the town if John were to take that position, and I'd like to withdraw my name.
Okay. John, would you like to do it?
Yes.
Is there, Karina, do you want it?
I was willing to stay on, but whatever's fine.
Okay, I guess everybody should have an opportunity. So I guess we switch that to John.
I'll be happy to do it next year or in the future, but like I say, there are a couple of times this year, I know the end of next month, and I'm not sure
I-
for how long there.
I knew, we had discussed that you had an interest in
Yes.
it, and,
No, it's just that, Jen's having the baby, and I found out this week that I have to go to Texas in September.
oh, okay. All right, so next time if I'm still around.
A year goes quickly, right?
I know,
Very quickly.
it did, it really did. Andrea, your appointment?
Okay. In accordance with New York State Town Law, Section 3010, I, Andrea Casey, hereby appoint
Okay. Dave, you want to read this one?
Okay. Resolution 17-002, appointing town board consultants for the year 2017. Whereas the town of Unionville is in need of consultants to advise on matters legal, planning, engineering, accounting, financial, and information technology for the year 2017, and now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville does hereby retain and authorize the firm Hogan and Rossi and attorney Thomas J. Jacobellis as counsel for the town for all daily legal needs, including all prosecutions and defenses, and be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville hereby retain and authorize Albert P. Roberts as special counsel when so needed by the town board, and be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville shall continue the appointment of Morris Associates as planning consultant, and be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville hereby authorizes the supervisor to prepare a request for proposals, RFP, for an engineering consultant, and be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville shall continue the appointment of Larry Paggi as town engineer until such time as an engineering consultant is appointed, and be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville hereby authorizes the supervisor to prepare a request for proposals for accountant for the town, and be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville shall continue the appointment of Theodore J. Eglett, Jr., CPA, as accountant for the town, and be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville hereby continues the appointment of Beth Ferguson of Capital Market Advisors, financial advisor for the town, and be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville hereby authorizes the supervisor to prepare a request for proposals for an IT consultant, and be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville shall continue the appointment of Kevin Vesio of KV Systems as IT consultant, and be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville authorizes the town supervisor to sign all necessary paperwork.
I'll second it. Town board discussion? Roll call vote?
Councilman Welsh?
Aye.
Councilwoman Kelly?
Aye.
Supervisor Tompkins?
Aye.
Councilman McMorris?
Aye.
Karina?
Resolution 17-003, appointing members and chairpersons to boards, commissions, and committees. Whereas the town board of the town of Unionville is empowered to appoint residents to certain boards, commissions, and committees, and whereas the town board of the town of Unionville is empowered to appoint members of boards, commissions, and committees as chairpersons, and whereas vacancies currently exist on the Planning Board, Zoning Board of Appeals, Fire Advisory Commission, and Community Day Committee, and now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville does hereby appoint Kay Sagliveni as a member of the Unionville Planning Board for a 7-year term expiring on December 31st of 2023, and be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville does hereby appoint Kevin Durland as chairperson of the Planning Board for the year 2017, and be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville does hereby appoint John Rapetti as an alternate member of the Planning Board for a 3-year term expiring on December 31st of 2019. Be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville does hereby appoint, and this was switched, right, to John Hughes.
Yes.
John Hughes as
All right,
member
I'll
of the
explain it
Zoning
later.
Board of Appeals for a 5-year term expiring on December 31st of 2021, and an alternate member of Jeffrey Wimmer. Be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville does hereby appoint Jane Smith as the chairperson of the Zoning Board of Appeals for the year of 2017. Be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville does hereby appoint Daniel Richards, John Delbenny, Paul Granger, John Welsh, John Rapetti, George Kolb, and Dave McMorris as members of the Fire Advisory Commission for the year of 2017, be it further resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Unionville does hereby appoint Daniel Richards as chairperson of the Fire Advisory Commission for the year of 2017. Be it further resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Unionville does hereby appoint Andrea Casey, Mary Lou DeForest, Peter DeForest, Jessica Dickinson, Jacob Gosnell, and John Welsh as members of the Community Committee for the year 2017. Be it further resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Unionville does hereby appoint Andrea Casey as chairperson of Community Day Committee for the year of 2017.
I'll second that.
Town board discussion? I just want to let everyone know that I did speak to Jane Smith. She is the chair, has been the chair of the ZBA, and we were willing to let the people stay in position. Everybody is happy where they are. And I guess the appointment, John Hughes wanted the full-time, and, well, John?
Jeff Reaman.
Jeff
Wimmer.
Jeff Wimmer, that's how you say it. Wanted to switch with him and be an alternate instead of a full-time. And I also spoke to Kevin Durland, and that was the same for Kay and John on the planning board. So I kind of left it up to the committees to choose who they wanted, and that's why those two changes happened.
Sure, yeah, makes sense.
And we got a second?
Yes.
Roll call
Yes.
vote?
Councilman Welsh,
Aye.
Councilwoman Kelly,
Aye.
Supervisor Thompson,
Aye.
Councilman Mengele.
Aye.
Okay, resolution number 17-4, appointing necessary town officials for the year 2017. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Unionville hereby appoints the following people to the following positions for the year 2017. After-School Program Director, Michelle Knight. After-School Program Assistant Director, Kyle Geisen. Assistant Media Coordinator, Ellen Finley. Assessor, Robert Taft. Assistant to the Bookkeeper, Kim Maycutt. Building Clerk, Michelle Fredericks. Building Inspector, George Kolb. Code Enforcement Officer, George Kolb. Concession Stand Manager, Lori Smalley. Constable in Charge, George Treadwell. Constable, Robert Casey, Timothy Kraft, Ronald DeGusto, James Miller, Jack Harrington. Data Collector, Lee McEnroe. Deputy Register of Vital Statistics, Elizabeth Panko. Dog Control Officer, Mary Jean Calvi. Equestrian Director, Elizabeth Albrecht. Finance Officer, Ryan Cortine. Fire Inspector, George Kolb. Grant Writer, Jill Way. Head Groundskeeper, Jacob Gosnell. IT Personnel, Ryan Peterman. Justice Court Clerks, Krista Ramba O'Sullivan. Land Use Secretary, Joan Miller. Maintenance Helper, full-time, Thomas Tierney. Maintenance Helper, part-time, Kim Sabia. Maintenance Helper, seasonal returning, Dan Mahoney. Maintenance Worker, full-time, Tom St. Ange. Media Coordinator, Ryan Peterman. MS4 Coordinator, George Kolb. Parks and Recreation Secretary, Stephanie Dougherty. Program Director, Mary Pearson. Recreation Assistant, Mary Pearson. Recreation Director, Jessica Dickinson. Recycling Center Administrator, Tom St. Ange. Recycling Center Personnel, Mike Novak, John Osika, Peter Poltrak. Registrar of Vital Statistics, Andrea Casey. Seasonal Secretary, Elizabeth Albrecht. Secretary to the Assessor, Michelle Fredericks. Senior Justice Court Clerk, Jill Jarina. TGIT Director, Kyle Geisen, Michelle Knight, Mary Pearson. Webmaster, Andrea Casey, and Zoning Administrator, George Kolb.
I'll second that.
I'll second that. I do have one, the data collector. Our data collector did not work out. Okay. Our data collector did not work out. We were in contact with him 3 weeks ago, asked him to go do some work and come back. So Robert Taft wanted to find someone else for the position, and I left it up to him, and he found Lee McEnroe. We spoke to her today. She has a lot of experience in this field, and she's willing to work for the same money as he was making.
And this is a shared service, right?
Yes, she does work at other towns.
Good, so,
So, that's,
There's one other thing, on one of the papers, Jerry Bacher was, on the number one to add, just as a backup for,
oh, recycling?
oh,
Yeah,
backup
you
for
guys can just add
recycling.
that to the
Okay.
Recycling center personnel.
I probably didn't spell it right, but, okay. So that was John. Dave, second. Okay, roll call vote, Andrea?
Councilman Welsh,
Aye.
Councilwoman Kelly. Supervisor Tompkins,
Aye.
Councilman McMorris.
Aye.
Guess it's my turn now. Resolution 17-005, authorizing town supervisor and councilpersons for the year 2017. Be it resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville does hereby authorize the town supervisor to purchase a $250,000 blanket bond for the purpose of covering all employees who collect money, including town clerk and bookkeeper and the town justices. And be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville does hereby authorize the town supervisor to purchase a $500,000 blanket bond for the purpose of covering the tax collector. And be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville does hereby authorize town supervisor to issue checks upon the receipt of a signed voucher for postage stamps, freight, and express charges. And be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville does hereby authorize the town supervisor to pay in advance of audit specific bills and contracts as is provided by the finance office to the town board and town clerk and available for the public to review in the town clerk's office, including principal and interest on bond anticipation notes, electric, telephone, postage, and employee payroll deduction payments, and disbursement of amounts withheld from employee pay. And be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Unionville hereby authorizes the town supervisor to sign bank checks when necessary for all town business, to authorize Councilman McMorris,
No, change it
Councilman
to
Welch, to sign bank checks when necessary in the absence of supervisor, to authorize Councilwoman Kelly to sign bank checks when necessary in the absence of the supervisor and Councilman Welch, to authorize Councilman McMorris to sign bank checks when necessary in the absence of the supervisor, Councilman Welch, and Councilwoman Kelly, and to authorize Councilman Frazier to sign bank checks when necessary in the absence of the supervisor, Councilman Welch, Councilman Kelly, and Councilman McMorris for the year 2017. Be it further resolved, in the absence of the supervisor, the emergency interim successors for the year 2017 shall be Councilman Welch, Councilwoman Kelly, Councilman McMorris, and Councilman Frazier.
Very good.
I'll second it. Good job.
I'll second it.
Oh, I did,
Okay,
but that's,
Karina.
Roll call vote?
Supervisor Tompkins,
go with it.
Aye. We'll go with it.
Councilman Welch,
Aye.
Councilwoman Kelly,
Aye.
and Councilman McMorris.
Aye.
Dave?
Those numbers.
Oh, boy.
What do I get?
Resolution number
Big one.
17-006, setting salaries and wages for 2017. Be it resolved that the following elected positions be paid the following salaries for the year 2017. Town council person, $5,760. Town clerk, $43,832. Town highway superintendent, $57,485. Town justice, $10,186. Town supervisor, $20,060. Town tax collector, $7,331. Be it further resolved that the following appointed positions be paid the following salaries for the year 2017. Budget officer, $3,035. building inspector, code enforcement officer, fire inspector, MS4 coordinator, and zoning administrator, $68,906. Deputy supervisor, $200. Dog control officer, $7,428. Equestrian director, $1,255. Finance officer, bookkeeper, $32,490. Justice court clerk, $5,565. Planning board chairperson, $1,787. Records manager, $225. Recycling
55.
$255, sorry. Recycling center administrator, $10,940. Registrar of vital statistics, $1,464. Senior justice court clerk, $6,065. Webmaster, $1,080. Zoning board of appeals chairperson, $1,338. Be it further resolved, the following appointed positions shall be paid the following hourly wages for the year 2017. After school program assistant director, $13. After school program director, $18. Assistant to the bookkeeper, $17.50. Building clerk, $16.50. Concession stand manager, $17.87. Confidential secretary, $17.50. Constable in charge, $16. Constable, $16. Data collector, $16. Deputy town clerk, registrar of vital statistics, $17. Grant writer, $25. Head groundskeeper, $23.23. IT personnel, $14.14. Land use secretary, $20.81. Machine equipment operator with CDL, $24.62. Machine equipment operator without CDL, $20. Maintenance helper full-time, $21.02. Maintenance helper part-time, $15.45. Maintenance helper seasonal new, $13. Maintenance helper seasonal returning, $14. Maintenance worker, $23.90. Media assistant, $12.08. Media coordinator, $14.42. Parks and Recreation secretary, $17. Pool directors, $18.36. Program director, $17. Recreation assistant, $17. Recreation director, $23.23. Recycling center workers, $15.21. Seasonal secretary, $14.24. Secretary to the assessor, $21.24. TGTT director, $17. Be it further resolved, the following appointed positions be paid the following per meeting for the year 2017. Planning board member, $100. Zoning board of appeals member, $100.
I'll second it.
Town board discussion? Okay, I'm not so sure that without a CDL, you can be considered a machine equipment operator. The title is more like maintenance or
Part-time driver?
part-time driver. And I did discuss this with Mr. Wisman the other day. It just didn't seem fair that part-time drivers came in for snowstorms and were making basically more than our full-time employees who pay in for their health insurance. So therefore, if they were making the same amount of money,
Right.
then the part-timer was making more money than they were and didn't even have a CDL license to drive all the equipment. All that these drivers can drive is a regular plow truck. They can't drive any heavy equipment. So I had a discussion with Mr. Wisman, and he agreed with me. And we came up with $20 an hour.
Mhm,
So that's
makes
where
sense.
that came from.
Very good.
the secretary to the assessor. That should be.
I was gonna ask about that too.
1650.
The secretary to the assessor. Oh, yes. Okay. But the secretary to the assessor is the secretary to the building inspector also.
Right.
They should both be 1650.
Yeah.
They should both be 1650.
It might be that, when I copied it over,
Yeah.
that might have been the previous secretary's wage.
Right.
You're saving money already.
Right.
And that's the building clerk
Building
also.
clerk. That one is correct.
Yeah, I was looking for
I was-
secretary to the building inspector.
Me
Okay,
too. I found
all right, Andrea, roll call vote.
Councilman Welsh,
Aye.
Councilwoman Kelly,
Aye.
Supervisor Tompkins,
Aye.
Councilman McMorro.
Aye.
All right. John and I are splitting the next one, so I'll be your first half, he'll finish it
Okay,
up.
when you stop,
Okay.
I'll start.
Yeah, somewhere down here. Resolution 17007, establishing schedules, procedures, mileage, reimbursement, and other necessary approvals for 2017. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Unionville does hereby authorize the salary payment schedule to be every 2 weeks or monthly at the employee's discretion, and be it further resolved, regular Town Board meetings will be the first and third Thursdays of each month at 7 p.m. in Unionville Town Hall for the year 2017. And be it further resolved, vouchers are due to the town clerk's office 3 days prior to the third Thursday of each month. And be it further resolved, meetings shall follow modified Robert Rules of Order as determined by the supervisor or a majority of the town board. And be it further resolved, the rules of procedure for meetings shall be as follows. All comments and questions shall be addressed to the town board. Public comments and questions on agenda items shall take place prior to the consideration of any resolution. Public comments and questions shall take place after all resolutions have been dispensed with, but prior to any executive session. Additional agenda items may be added by the supervisor or a majority of the town board when deemed necessary. And be it further resolved, the town board of the town of Unionville does hereby establish the mileage reimbursement rate of 54 cents per mile. And be it further resolved, petty cash shall be as follows. Tax collector, $100. Town clerk, $200. Park manager, $200. Building department, $100. Recycling center, $100. Highway superintendent, $100. Be it further resolved, the rental of number 2 Timor Park Road shall be $1,600 per month. And be it further resolved, the rental of number 11 Timor Park Road shall be $2,300 per month.
Be it further resolved, transfer station recycling permit fees shall be as follows. $50 annually for Unionville residents. $30 annually for Unionville residents over 60 years of age. Non-residents shall pay double, $30 for each 10-punch trash ticket. And be it further resolved, the official publication of the Town of Unionville shall be the Poughkeepsie Journal. And be it further resolved, the official depositories of the Town of Unionville shall be the Bank of Millbrook, Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union, Key Bank, and Tompkins Mahopac National Bank, with MBIA to be used for investment of funds. And be it further resolved, the insurance handlers of the Town of Unionville shall be Brown & Brown of New York for general fire and liability insurance, and Bill Humphrey of Dutchess County, agent for medical insurance. And be it further resolved, the Town of Unionville shall utilize NYMER for general fire and liability insurance, and CDPHP shall be the primary medical insurance carrier, and United Health as an additionally designated carrier. And be it further resolved, active members of the Unionville Fire Company may be covered by the town's medical insurance at their discretion and expense as per New York State law. And be it further resolved, additional insurance coverage through AFLAC, New York State Retirement, and New York State Deferred Compensation are available upon request. And
The Apple,
Apple?
17009 will be the Association of Towns, and 17010 will be Blue Rock energy,
Okay, good.
right?
Yeah. So we had 10 resolutions already under our belt.
Yes. Okay, vacancy announcements.
I know.
We did not do these, right?
You do it 2 weeks from now.
Okay, we're gonna do the approval of minute, excuse me, approval of minutes and proclaim National School Choice Week at the next meeting. Town board assignments, we will do at the next meeting. And vacancy and,
the same.
Are they the same? Are we
Yeah, I
doing
think-
liaison?
right, the liaison, I think if you wanna keep it the same as it was,
Mhm,
Why not, right?
it worked.
mhm.
Yeah, everything worked.
So that will be the same. Vacancy announcements, I don't know of any yet.
Well, we still don't have an ethics committee.
Okay,
They were all expired.
well, we have to find people too.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Public comments and questions.
Oh,
Yes, I-
Andrea's extended.
Yes, I want to announce that our new town clerk does have a little bit of extended hours. She comes in 9:30, sometimes 9 o'clock. If anyone needs earlier, she's willing to come in at any time to meet anybody. She does stay throughout on the meeting nights. She has 2 late nights a month where she stays from 9:30 in the morning till whatever time we leave here after the meeting. And if anyone ever needs anything on the weekends or
Anyone can call my
nights,
phone during the week and request a time, and I'm more than happy to set one up for the weekend or Friday. Thank you.
okay, now public comments. There are none.
Do you guys need something signed for school?
Participation in
Bring it
government.
up. Bring it up.
We should
Participation
have
in
made them speak.
government. I know. I was gonna print it out, but I was like, nope.
And you're welcome to come back without
Thank you.
teacher instruction.
Yeah, definitely. We were sort of like 7 minutes late. What were you guys talking about? Did you-
You didn't miss a whole lot.
Thank you.
We did the Pledge of Allegiance and
You're welcome.
a few minor, sworn in the town justice.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
You can watch it on YouTube or the town
Yep.
website too if you
The
miss it.
town has a YouTube site, or you can just go to the town site and click on it.
Oh, and just.
And
And
like,
you can watch the
you can
beginning
watch
of
the
it.
first
Yeah,
5
that's right.
minutes or
You
whatever.
can relive the whole excitement of the
To
evening.
be honest, we didn't start till like 7:02, so we're having some technical difficulties.
That's good, 'cause we were too. Our GPS wasn't working great.
Oh.
You guys live in the town?
I live in Levine.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So I live near Gold's Gym, that area.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And
Right, it's Phil Road.
Okay.
Signature right here too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I only
Oh,
signed
did
it.
I only signed once too. Was I supposed to sign again?
Oh, you just write your
All
name.
right, well, we're glad
Oh,
to see you.
print.
Thanks for coming to our meeting.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck at school.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night.
You
You're
too.
welcome.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn now.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye. Who would say no?